Welcome back. Remember, we have started discussion on how to perform Umrah. We have mentioned how to sight the Kaaba, and today we are going to start with the Tawaf. And the direction of starting a proper Tawaf is at the beginning of at the position of the black stone. It is part of the Sunnah to kiss the black stone at the beginning of the Tawaf, but it is impossible for you to do so today because of the crowd, and it is inappropriate for you to push someone to get there. What you do, just take the position from where you are, where you find yourself. Make sure you align by the set of the black stone. Then point to it, saying Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. There is no point in kissing your arm. It is when you have the opportunity of touching the black stone, you kiss your arm. But when you can't touch it, just point at it. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Then start your Tawaf. Now, doing the Tawaf, you must be with this direction. You must move toward the direction people are moving, because the requirement is that the Kaaba will be at your left side. And you are therefore moving the Kaaba anti-clockwise, not clockwise. And it is part of the Sunnah in this Tawaf to expose your right shoulder. Then it is another Sunnah to jog, move in a jogging mode. But if there is a serious crowding, you're supposed to walk the way you could, as possible, the way it is possible for you to move. But if there is a space, you now jog in the 3 rounds of the Tawaf, in the first 3 rounds of the Tawaf. And remember to include the Al-Hijr. There is an extension of the Kaaba. As you can see, this is the extension of the Kaaba. Now, you are supposed to include it in your Tawaf, not to enter in between this extension and the main building of the Kaaba. And be careful not to touch anything, not to make an attempt to touch any part of the Kaaba. It is not in accordance with the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ to touch any part of the Kaaba except 2 places. The first one we mentioned, the Al-Hajar al-Aswad, where you kiss or touch or point at the beginning of your Tawaf. The second place is the last corner that will lead you to where you started the Tawaf. It is named Al-Rukunul Yamani. What dua will I say while doing the Tawaf? There is no specific single dua that you must do while doing the Tawaf. But there are important dua that you're supposed to be doing while doing the Tawaf. Especially any supplication that will indicate your total submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For instance, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. Allahumma inna hadha al-harama haramuka wal bayta baytuka ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم لك حججت اللهم تقبل منا ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع الدعاء. Any form of dua that will indicate your submission to Allah, that will include all your needs. That is why the most important dua is to be repeating ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. O Allah, provide for us in this world the best, and in the hereafter give us the best. So when you need more clarifications on dua, there are books of dua that you can read for tawaf dua. Now, when you reach the Hajar al-Aswad again, that is the first round. You finish the first round. In your movement, you have to observe that at your right there is a place, or there is something named Maqam Ibrahim. It is a golden color with a glass, something inside. Don't mind to touch it. You can either go between it and Kaaba, or you go at it back. There is no harm wherever you pass by in that regard. So when you reach the Rukun, the black stone, that is where you've started your tawaf. That is one. When you come back again, two. When you come back again, three. And that is the end of your raml. That is the struggle, the kind of movement that you will change in a struggle mode. Now, when you go around 6, 7, that is the end. What next after the tawaf? The next thing after the tawaf is to have 2 rakats. 2 rakats at the position of Maqam Ibrahim. That place I mentioned, behind it you pray 2 rakat. But don't stay where people will have problem with you, where the people are doing tawaf. So you better get far inside the mosque where there is no crowd and pray there. When you pray 2 rakats there, it is requirement that at the first rak'ah you recite Suratul Kafirun, Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. And at the second rak'at after Fatiha you recite Suratul Ikhlas, Qul huwallahu ahad. And after these 2 rak'ats, now you are going to take Zamzam. But before then, what is the position of your shoulder that you exposed at the beginning of the tawaf? At the end of the tawaf, when to perform these 2 rak'ats, you are going to cover your shoulder. The end of the exposure of the shoulder is here when you finish the tawaf. So you go, after the 2 rak'ats, you move to take Zamzam water. You know, during the tawaf, maybe you may come across something falling down from somebody. It is not, there is no harm in you touching him to point to him that you have missed something. But don't mistakenly or otherwise try to pick it, either for him or for anything. Because you may miss your life because of that. People can push you, and maybe you are not strong enough to absorb it, then they will match you, something of that nature. Secondly, there are cameras capturing you. You could be arrested, and at the end, you don't know what will happen. Allah lead us aright. Don't go away. We are going to take you to the side.